Derivatives has been a story. It truly is being sort of floated around for some time in terms of XRP due to the range at the back of the derivatives marketplace. However, additionally, what it may mean for the fee of XRP. And on this video, I sincerely want to talk about how things are aligning flawlessly for the derivatives market to ultimately flow on-chain, and why I accept as true with that. You understand, XRP, with the assist of course, Ripple, is at the vanguard of this. So with that being stated, welcome to the channel, anyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully through the give up of this video, you do come to be a subscriber. So allows dive on in, and let's definitely start out with this publish here, going all of the way back to 2023, in which we have Chad Steengraber's saying then 3 most important economic trade associations joined Project Guardian, ICMA, ISDA, and the GFMA for tokenization on public blockchains. Now, throughout this time, proper, due to the fact that is like kind of 2024, this is like June of 2024 with Project Guardian. This is with a few like of the most important names accessible in terms of the banking and monetary area. The attention here become the ISDA, because in case you men do keep in mind, yes, Ripple did be a part of the ISDA. And this was quoted as claims a percentage of the $1.2 quadrillion derivatives marketplace, due to the fact that is how large the derivatives marketplace actually is. 1.2 quadrillion. I suppose now it certainly is probably well over 1.2 quadrillion, but once more, no one simply knows the full-on cost of this space because it's not obvious. It's now not a green market to absolutely music. That's why they are saying that the notional value will be upwards of like 700 trillion. We do not know the precise number, however, regardless, you recognize, as we do definitely examine this status shoulder to shoulder with economic titans spot in this text, we've got this pivotal flow is not just a small bounce for Ripple, it's a large stride into a distinctive realm. Ripple now stands alongside enterprise giants like JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, CME Group, and additionally BNY Mellon. Being in the same league as those heavyweights reflects Ripple's rising dominance inside the worldwide monetary region. So, yeah, we concept this was a totally giant pass, especially occurring proper across the same specific time that we heard XRP isn't always a safety within the courtroom of regulation. It just felt very, abnormal, because simply more than 1 day previous to this, we also were given Ripple Jordan, the CPMI institution, which changed into with the BIS, the central bank of central banks. So, you understand, it felt like everything become aligning then. It nevertheless seems like that even today, and we're talking approximately nearly years later. For example, permits pass over to 3 things after this proper. Number 1 become the fee, right? So they had been trying to calculate the value of XRP if we captured 10% of the only quadrillion to old and operating. Now we're simply talking about 1 quadrillion. We're speaking about 1.2, then it might be 120 trillion. But if XRP.Thankx $100 trillion really worth of value, and its modern-day market cap is $34.9 billion, that was at the time that this became actually written, then the market cap of XRP could need to increase with the aid of approximately 65 instances. Using the contemporary charge of XRP, which is at the time that this was written 66 cents, we can estimate the potential price of XRP if it have been to method 10% of the derivatives market to be approximately roughly 1,896 sounds. That might nevertheless be the identical rate these days, even supposing we did calculate it. But the universal advantage would be different because of how excessive XRP is currently. But the query is, you recognize, could this emerge as a reality? Because does it certainly simply go by, you already know, the cost element of it? Well, 1 XRP can be used a couple of times, so we should calculate for that. But the component To recognition on right here isn't so much what one XRP might identical at that time, it's more so how tons, due to the fact once more, 10%, 100 trillion. If XRP changed into processing 100 trillion, imagine how tons XRP might be burned, because there has been a substantial amount of XRP burned over the years, but the quantity that XRP has moved is nowhere close to 100 trillion. I mean, I don't even think XRP has moved 1,000 billion, not to mention 100 trillion. But if it did, you understand, we account for like 10 billion of the deliver being burned. We don't know precisely how. A whole lot might be, could be, you understand, burned at that point. However, I do suppose that as we do start to get into just like the capability, trillion greenback plus amount moved in keeping with year, lots more XRP would be burned, which means and better upside potential could truly be there because, certainly one of the most important arguments is that the deliver of XRP limits its upside, mainly even in phrases like marketplace, cap. So I do assume that that is the number one aspect to focus on here. Not so much, if it captures this % of the derivatives marketplace, it might be really worth this lots, despite the fact that, the one's discussions are constantly heavily talked about. However, it's particularly for clickbait. But outside of this, we additionally have over here from Ripple going lower back to August of 2023, almost like a month after we've been listening to approximately them, you understand, becoming a member of the ISDA in derivatives, weave, finance. Leaders believe that tokenization will make an enormous effect throughout sectors trading. You realize tokenized property, stocks and bonds, real estate derivatives and carbon markets. So this become a huge discussion. But you is probably questioning, Nick, why are you bringing this all back up? Like, why are we talking about this now? It's 2024. Well, it's because of this. So January 20th, 2025, Bloomberg Crypto Trump has decided on junior CFTC Commissioner Caroline Pham as performing chair of the Swaps and Derivatives Regulator. Let's take a step again real quick. Why is this essential? I made a video, the usage of Caroline Pham's discussions. She virtually has a video. There's a video clip in here wherein she's speaking about a triple black swan event, things like that, in terms of like a clearinghouse failure, stuff like that, something. The full focus of this turned into truly talking approximately DLT in capital markets, DLT being applied in derivatives as well. And you recognize this is when we start to truly attention on Caroline. Now, complete transparency, we have been listening to her name for a very long term in view, that going all the way lower back to 2022. Just for reference for you guys that do not recognize, back in September of 2022, she really stopped by means of Ripple Labs. She met with Brad Garlinghouse. She did a tour of Ripple. And the CFTC for some time there was just like the primary ones to cognizance on.